Cold winds echoed through the empty walls of the subway station. The noise of the city swallowed everything, people rushing past, lost in their own worlds. But no one noticed the little girl shivering in the corner. Jennifer Aniston was making her way toward the metro after a long, exhausting day. The weight of her busy schedule was pressing down on her, but she had always known. This city was full of things that didn't sit right. As she moved through the hurried crowd, her eyes landed on something unusual. There, wrapped in an old tattered blanket, was a small girl. She clutched a worn-out stuffed doll in her tiny arms, pulling her knees to her chest, staring blankly into the distance. Jennifer hesitated for a moment. A strange feeling stirred inside her. This child wasn't just cold. There was something else in her eyes, something far too deep for a child: fear. Taking a cautious step forward, Jennifer lowered herself slightly, making sure not to startle her. The girl's eyes flickered nervously, like a stray kitten unsure of whether to trust a stranger. But Jennifer's voice was gentle. "Sweetheart, what are you doing here? Where is your mother?" The little girl averted her eyes. She curled up even tighter in her blanket as if she had done something wrong. Jennifer waited patiently. Finally, in a small, shaky whisper, the girl spoke. "I lost my mommy, but she's coming back, right?" Jennifer felt her heart sink. What did lost mean for a child? Had it been hours, days, or had it been much longer? Jennifer reached into her bag and pulled out a sandwich, offering it to the girl. Her tiny hands trembled, hesitant at first, but hunger quickly won, and she ate hurriedly. Jennifer watched closely. There was no joy in this child's eyes, none of the curiosity and energy kids her age usually had. Instead, she looked exhausted, like she had already lived through years of hardship. Her hands bore small cuts and bruises, her coat was torn, and her shoes, completely worn out. Jennifer spoke softly, careful not to startle her. "Sweetheart, I don't mean to pry, but when did your mother go missing?" The girl froze for a moment, gripping her blanket tighter. She didn't look up. "A long time ago, but she's coming back. She told me she'd never leave me." Jennifer's throat tightened. A long time ago? For a child, what did that even mean? Weeks? Months? Maybe longer? "And your father?" The girl's entire body language changed. She pulled her hands further into her blanket. Her chin trembled slightly, but she didn't cry. Jennifer waited, allowing the silence to settle. Finally, in a quiet, almost broken voice, the girl whispered, "My dad, he was a bad man." Jennifer's stomach turned. "My mom said we had to leave him. We ran away. But then, she disappeared too." Jennifer's mind raced. Was this a missing persons case, or was it something far worse? Her gaze dropped to the girl's tiny hand. She was clutching something tightly. As Jennifer leaned in, she noticed it was a small, rusted locket. "What's this, sweetheart?" Lily slowly uncurled her fingers, revealing a faded photograph inside. A woman's face. "My mommy. I know she's coming back for me." Jennifer exhaled slowly. She now understood. This wasn't just a lost child. This was a tangled web of fear, pain, and a story far bigger than she had imagined. And she couldn't leave Lily alone to face it. Jennifer gently held Lily's small, trembling hand. "Come on, sweetheart. Let's get you somewhere warm." But Lily froze, her eyes wide with fear. "No! If I leave, my mom won't find me." Jennifer paused. Lily wasn't just sitting here, she was waiting. This station was her last connection to her mother, but staying here wasn't safe. "Lily, your mom loves you, right?" "Yes," she always said. "I'll never leave you." Jennifer knelt beside her. "Then do you think she'd want you to be cold, hungry, all alone?" Lily hesitated. "But if I leave, how will she find me?" Before Jennifer could respond, a harsh voice interrupted. "Hey, still here? I told you to get lost." A scruffy-looking man stormed toward them. Lily shrank back, clutching her blanket. Jennifer immediately stepped between them. "Leave her alone," the man sneered. "This ain't a charity, lady. She stays, she pays." Jennifer's stomach turned. "Was he extorting homeless children?" Lily whispered, terrified. "I didn't give him money, so now he's mad." Jennifer's eyes darkened. She lifted her phone just enough for him to see. "One more step, and I'm calling the police." The man's smug look faded. Recognition flickered in his eyes. Jennifer Aniston, a celebrity, someone with power. With a scoff, he threw up his hands. "Not worth it." He disappeared into the shadows. Jennifer turned back to Lily, squeezing her hand. "It's over, sweetheart. You're safe now." Lily sniffled. "But what if he comes back?" Jennifer brushed a stray lock from Lily's face. "I'm here. No one is going to hurt you." They couldn't wait any longer. Jennifer had to get Lily out of here, and this was only the beginning. Jennifer led Lily through the warm lobby of a small hotel. The contrast between the cold streets and the cozy interior made the little girl hesitate at the entrance. She clutched her ragged blanket tightly, her wide eyes scanning the unfamiliar surroundings. Jennifer knelt beside her, offering a reassuring smile. "It's okay, sweetheart. No one is going to hurt you here." Lily hesitated, but eventually followed Jennifer inside. They checked into a room, and within minutes, Jennifer had arranged for hot food and fresh clothes. As Lily ate, Jennifer sat across from her, studying the child's face. Even in the comfort of the hotel, the fear in Lily's eyes hadn't faded. After a few moments of silence, Jennifer gently asked, "What's your name, honey?" Lily swallowed her bite of food, still unsure if she should answer. Finally, in a barely audible voice, she mumbled, "Lily." Jennifer nodded, offering an encouraging smile. "That's a beautiful name, Lily. And your mom? What's her name? Maybe we can find her together." Lily suddenly stopped eating. Her small fingers gripped the fork tightly. She didn't look up. "You can't find her." Jennifer's heart clenched. "Why not?" Lily's eyes filled with tears. Her lips trembled as she whispered, "Because the last time I saw her, she was getting into a man's car. She told me to stay right here and wait for her, but she never came back." Jennifer felt the air leave her lungs. This wasn't just a missing persons case. This was something much worse. Jennifer wasted no time. She grabbed her phone and called the police, explaining everything she had learned about Lily and her missing mother. Days passed, investigations were launched, and then, finally, the truth surfaced. Lily's mother had spent years trapped in an abusive relationship. She had finally found the courage to escape, taking her daughter with her, but what she didn't realize was that she was still being hunted. On the night she disappeared, she had been taken. Jennifer felt sick to her stomach when she heard the details. She had hoped, prayed, that Lily's mother had simply lost her way, that she would return, but reality was much crueler. However, Jennifer refused to let this be the end of Lily's story. She worked with authorities and social services, determined to find Lily a safe home. She wasn't just another lost child. She deserved a future, a family, a chance at happiness. And after weeks of searching, Jennifer made sure she got it. A loving foster family took Lily in, promising to give her the life she had always deserved. The day they said goodbye, Jennifer knelt in front of Lily one last time. Lily's small arms wrapped around her, her voice barely a whisper. "Thank you, Jennifer." Jennifer looked into her tear-filled eyes and smiled, brushing a stray curl from her face. "We all need someone to care for us, Lily, and I'll always be here for you." As Lily was led away by her new family, Jennifer watched her go, knowing that this was only the beginning. There were more children like Lily, more stories like hers, and Jennifer wasn't going to stop until every lost child found their way home.